Hey, what's up? What's up? I don't know why that is there. That is going to irritate me. Um, anyway, what's up? It's Friday night. I am not in Italy. I did not go traveling. I'm over here in Rio. Rio, shout out Rio. Can we get some shout outs? Oh yeah. Clap for that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Clap, clap, clap. Woo. Thank goodness it's Friday. I'm over here at Sis's house. We done ate at a restaurant that I'm going to be talking about tonight. This is just random. See y'all. Have fun. All right. All right. So, anyway, random thoughts tonight. Random thoughts. Well, I'm going to be talking about a little restaurant went to over here in Rio, Jensen Beach area, for those not familiar. And it's not, you don't say Rio, it is Rio for the local people. Yes. And anyway, shout out to Movo right here. Their little setup. It's a nice little portable thing. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Not a lot of plugins, headphones, all that. I just got the one mic, but I got two stands for doing two people. So anyway, that's coming. That's coming. But anyway, also going to talk about the upcoming uh, EKFT. That is Extreme Kayak Fishing Tournament uh, Olympic Qualifier Part One. And Part Two is gonna be the World Championship. It will be held in Pompano Beach this year. We're gonna be talking about that, trophies that I made for it. Show y'all that stuff, and yeah, let's uh let's get into everything. Let's get a little cheering, a little cheering. Friday, Friday, Friday. Yes, it's Friday. All right. So, I had to go deliver trophies today for the tournament, um, and came over here to Rio to hang out with my sister, and we were going to try to do the podcast. And let me know. I know y'all seen that podcast, random conversations with my sisters. We with my sister, we didn't even get into the dating, her dating stories, some of mine. We just talked about traffic, and if you could have heard the conversation, I'm just gonna tell y'all real quick. Where I had to deliver the trophies. I live in Lake Placid, Florida. That is the center of the state, 35 miles west of Okeechobee. It's just, growing up there, it was cattle. You either uh, uh, had caladiums, cattle, built houses, and there, construction wasn't much other than that. I mean, orange groves and orange groves, yeah, orange groves, caladiums, cattle, houses. That was about it, and that's what you did. You built fence, you mowed yards, you know. So, I mean, I moved back in 17 after being gone for 28 years, and I think 3 years ago, 4 years, no, might have been 5 years ago, no, maybe 3 years ago, we finally got our third red light. Yes, yes, the old Publix turned into Bell's Outlet, built a new Publix, and yeah, there's slowly stuff is coming. More and more people. There's more and more traffic. They're doing a lot of construction on the road. But anyway, I was on my way to Deerfield, and if y'all know anything about leaving the center of the state, there's no easy way to get to the coast. So you're about uh, some places, Stewart, I can make it an hour and 15 minutes. But most of the time it's 2 hours to each coast with traffic. And anyway, you go 70, hit 710, go through Indiantown, Beeline Highway, and then you get on 95. And West, I will just say this: um, there is no way somebody would have to pay me $1 million a year to live past West Palm. The traffic on 95 is like people lose their memory on how to drive, maybe how to use an on ramp, an off ramp, merging. It's like they forget. You pass West Palm and then, oh, what are we doing behind the wheel of a vehicle, or what is this called? Because there is no way I would, yeah, there'd be a lot of road rage incidents uh, for me if I lived over anywhere past West Palm full time. Yeah, it would have to be a substantial amount of money for me to move over that way. And I thought it was bad on the way down, and then um, yeah, once you get past Jupiter, Indiantown Road, it's like they all lose their mind and don't know how to merge uh, to get on. And yeah, it most ridiculous, I don't know, 4 mile stretch I've ever seen. I mean, really, I was at a loss for words because I did not understand what they were doing at all. And the one slow car stayed in the fast lane the whole time. But hey, all right. So anyway, went and dropped them off Deerfield, and then came up to Rio, and yeah, um, my sister, there's a new restaurant, and it's really not new. What I found out tonight, but it is a new name. But it's a restaurant that the family's been going to, and this was my first time there. And man, I love that restaurant. Prices were good, good food, good people. The outdoor area, we didn't sit outside because hey, work outside. Kind of like the air condition, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm gonna show you some videos and talk about the food and whatnot. So let's I'm gonna do a little screen share and go over to maybe, yep. This one I'm gonna show you a little video, then we're gonna talk about it. So here we go. Yeah, this is a little outside area. Yeah, I got nice little seating. I think it's got one bar, two bars outside. So what we did learn was let's go to so it looks like a square. It looks like a bell with a grouper for their logo. You can see that little square grouper action going. So it's called Weed Line Grill, and we talked to the wife because the husband was back there cooking. I think my sister said her name was Nicolette, maybe. I did talk to them about coming and sitting down with them. Uh, uh, they're starting next week, Monday and Tuesday. They'll be off, but open Wednesday through Sunday. So, um, but it was cool because this used to be the Conch House in Rio. Um, the husband that was back there cooking, his parents owned it when it was the Conch House, and pretty cool. Inside, the roof, the ceiling was bamboo. The back room was wine cork walls, and if y'all remember, that was done when it was the Conch House. So pretty cool. Excuse me. So I had um, the market fresh fish tonight was mutton snapper, which I wasn't going to turn that down. I had jerk, mutton snapper jerk tacos. Wanted to try those out. Great seasoning, good flavor. You could taste the jerk seasoning in it, and that I mean I like it. Their fries are great. The fry basket, holy moly. Um, yeah, but overall, like the waitresses are nice. Just everybody's friendly. Of course, they know my whole family. My dad, like when he walks in, what I'm understanding, he's a like a mini rock star, which he is, a little short, but yeah. So anyway, yeah. So let's take a look at the menu. See the menu. Uh oh, can't do that. So let's see if the menu is on. Let's see if we can find the menu. Well, let's just go to some pictures. Let's just see the photos. So I mean, look at that. That is we have Rio fries today. Delicious fries baked with house smoked pulled pork and cheddar cheese topped with fresh sliced jalapeno and barbecue sauce. That looks delicious. Um, let's see what else we got. Okay, here's a overall view. That's what it looks like. Here's the main house right here, and then you have all the little tikis. Got a bar here, and all the seating. It is a pretty cool atmosphere. I did ask her if they have any singers. She said there's managers that call, but they're not at that level yet. Just opening this up, they haven't been open long. But they have had some good singers that wanted to come and just sing. So any of y'all out there in the Jensen Stewart area that just wants to get your self out there, yeah, contact Weedline Grill and yeah, tell them you want to come sing for them. But anyway, it's yeah. Let's look see what else. What else we got? We got anything else? I mean, I didn't try any of their burgers, but yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks like trouble right there. Hmm. So anyway, it's a great. It's on. See where is that? It's on Northeast Dixie Highway. It's Jensen Beach address. But anyway, yeah, go check it out. It's pretty cool little place. And she said happy hour will be every. I think they just had it certain time or certain days of the week, but it's gonna be every day at certain time for the locals during the summer. So any of you locals, y'all need to go check out Weedline. Cool little place, good people. I'd recommend it. So all right, so let's get back to just random thoughts. Let's get back to talk about the upcoming tournament. So this is we're gonna be sharing again, but I've been with Joe for about I don't know, going on 5 years now, maybe six, no, 5 years. And when I first came on, it was after I mean COVID happened when I came on. And we couldn't do his first annual. We were supposed to do the exotic bass roundup. That was supposed to be the first one that we were going to do, and we couldn't do it. That was going to be in April of 2020. Of course, that wasn't going to happen. But I think they were allowed to do just one of the summer slams. He usually always had two, but far as like tent set up, vendor set up for the summer slam, it was just me, Nautical Ventures, and maybe one or two other people. Now the last 2 years, I mean that beach is packed. So if y'all don't have anything to do next Saturday, Pompano Beach at the Big Pier, Joe sets up the Pompano Beach city sets up a big uh, platform stage, and what Joe has done the last 2 years. So in the morning is yoga on the beach with a local yoga instructor around Pompano, and then they have a couple CrossFit companies that are there. One of them they have a CrossFit session on the beach, and I forget the name of it. So don't. I think it's Deerfield Beach CrossFit, but I'm not sure. I forget. So he has them there. They do that. The big thing is the paddleboard uh, tournament. They have one of the main races is that weekend, and once so they launch the kayaks about 7 o'clock, something like that, 6:30, 7 o'clock. They Joe gets on that megaphone and launches it. They all launch, and then once that's done, the yoga, the CrossFit thing starts, and then the paddleboard races start. I'm gonna say 8, 9, something like that, and they got different heats, and they got the buoy set out up out there, and it's pretty cool to watch. And then all the vendors come. I think last year there was a big hot dog stand there, had a couple brewery companies set up, Land Rover in Fort Lauderdale set up, Swivel Pod 360, Nautical Ventures. I set up last year, not going to this year. I'll be hanging around the. Um, I'll be hanging out with EKFT this year, helping out any way I can. But there's supposed to be a lot of vendors there. Man, there was a bunch. There was at least 15, 16 tents out there with food crafts. One of the bar and grills had little samples of their little mixture they had going on and giving out free stuff. So if you don't have nothing to do on Saturday and want to check out something cool, you can see that in the morning. But around 3 o'clock is when they start bringing in the fish that they caught and they start doing the weigh-ins, and they're throwing out beads and doing all kinds, throwing out T-shirts, hats to the crowd, and it's a big old party when they start doing the weigh-ins and announcements. Of course, I did the trophy, so we're going to do a little screen share with that. Let me see. Okay, and I'm gonna show y'all. Here we go. We're gonna click on this one. There's a little taste of that.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Unstoppable. 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 Unstoppable.
There's a little bit of CrossFit. And anybody can join coming in. If you come there and want to get a workout, there's Joe launching everybody. Yeah. So yeah. Hold on, let me get. All right. So yeah, that's a little taste of that. Here's the let me find the trophies right there. Of course, it looks better. Those weren't epoxied at the time. That is epoxied. So yeah, that's the first place. It's about 3 foot tall. Then the mahi, you got the mahi, the tuna tail. That's the logo that SA had for the shirts, and then the fifth place. So anyway, so just to let you know, so this one is, let's see, that's a little. So you got beach yoga, kids activities, CrossFit. These are all sponsors. So you see that U.S. kayak fishing saltwater. So this is part one, which is June 7th, next Saturday. And then you have August 9th, part two. So just to give you an idea, so this is an Olympic qualifier. So whoever wins uh, June 7th will be automatically have an invite to the World Championship. And August 9th, last year the World Championship was in Spain. August 9th, the World Championship is in Pompano Beach, Florida. So the World Championship, there's already like 20 guys from Hawaii coming. They're coming from all over the country to compete in worlds. There will be people from all over the world will be here at Pompano Beach for the August 9th uh, tournament, which is going to be the Olympic World Championship. So be cool. Come out, get a little taste of it on June 7th. And yeah, if y'all didn't know, that's me, Cabin Shack Artworks right there. Um, so yeah, um, so June's next Saturday. It's pretty cool. I mean, or if you're an early morning person and you're in the area, just come by just to watch them kick off. Pretty cool to see, a hundred kayaks just launched from the beach. I have seen it where the wind's bad and the waves are rough, and I've seen some guys basically not even from the start get basically flipped over and they're done for the day. I have seen it so bad during the summer slams that the seas were so rough, like 6 foot rollers, that there was 5 or 6 guys that came in because they got seasick and couldn't, just couldn't hold it in and had to come in. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good when the fish are biting. It's pretty exciting with everybody bringing stuff up, and uh, they'll bring them up, weigh them in, and yeah, pretty cool atmosphere. Um, but I wanted to. Me and Joe were going to try to do this tonight, but they have a few things that they're dealing with that just figure we do something later. But yeah, it's pretty cool to be a part of all this, and yeah, I'm excited that it has gotten bigger since COVID. It is really starting to pick back up because I mean he was telling me, and if y'all hadn't seen that episode, that was when the podcast was named the boat ramp, and I had Joe on, and he talked about. I mean, they used to do one of the kayak tournaments would be in the Bahamas every year, and yeah, it was big. It was massive. A lot of sponsors. So yeah. Uh, so the end of April, excuse me, end of April, they just got. Man, I'm telling you, that mutton red snapper was good, but yeah, it keeps yeah. Anyway, but they just had the exotic, so got the two Summer Slams left. So there'll be three a year. They kind of did away with the sailfish tournament, um, just because the problem is like with the Summer Slams and the exotic bass, people can see the fish weighed in. Yeah, you can bring the fish up. It's more of a cool staged event. Whereas sailfish, now it was the only one of in the country. And Joe's the only one that did a sailfish tournament out of a kayak, and that's what made it awesome. The problem is you can't at one when he has it. You usually, if it was set for a Saturday, you're usually having it on Sunday or the following week because you never know what the weather's going to do in January. And this year it was so bad that they were going to have to move it another week, and they just finally decided to cancel it. That said, I won't be there um, for the captain's meeting this year, which is next Thursday at Brews Room. Always fun time. Go there, raffle. All the proceeds goes to the Children's Hospital, but we're supposed to raffle off the Sailfish tournament trophy that I did. Probably one of the cooler ones I've done. The thing was almost 4 foot long and about 2.5 feet high. Is stars and stripes with a kayaker, silhouette of a kayaker in it. Pretty cool. And we were going to raffle that off um, to basically, it's the last one that was ever done since Joe had me start making the wood trophies for the tournaments. So, anyway, I'm going to talk with Joe. If you're at the kickoff thing, we're going to have like, try to do uh, 50 to 100 tickets, $10 a piece, raffle it off, and part of it will go, half of it will go to the Children's Hospital. So, anyway, be on the lookout for that. I'll get Joe to announce that this week. But yeah, anyway, um, yeah. So, go check it out. June 7th, August 9th. August 9th is the World Championship. And whoever wins June 7th will have an automatic invite to compete for the United States in the World Championship on August 9th. So that's pretty cool. So, yeah. Um, so I mean, that's pretty much it tonight. I didn't have a lot of things planned. One thing, if you want to comment, um, leave a if you'd like to see more. I brought her a mic. I'm gonna hook her up, and I think we're gonna start having a segment with the random conversations with my sister. Because that's just a comic special between me and her, talking about our daily adventures. Hers over here in Jensen and mine wherever I'm at. And yeah, gonna talk. The dating scene because neither one of us. She's never been married, and I've been divorced uh, three times longer, almost three times longer than I was married. So yeah, I'd be single. That's what I call it. I'm single. So yeah, had you know, that first the initial when I got divorced, went out on a lot of dates. Now, you know, Uh, yeah, it's just some funny stories. I would just say that. But yeah, the one other thing you know, I've wanted to come on here and talk about just stupid um stuff that I really hope all you that listen do not watch mainstream media all the time, and try to find other avenues. And I'm talking about Fox News too. I don't watch them either because I don't believe anything they say either. So it's all of them. I got my few. If you want to know uh, people to watch or listen to that, uh, I mean, they pretty much tell the truth, and I believe them over mainstream media. And I'm still wanting to sit down with my dad, and we want to do a segment on boomers and their mindset and why it is the way it is. And yeah, but the parrot media, I call them, that's the MSNBC, ABC, NBC, CNN, all them Politico, all of them. The new taco. Trump always chickens out. And if you've not watched, I seen they have everybody is repeating that, and it's so funny. I, me and my dad did a segment on this and talked about Trump. If y'all have not read The Art of the Deal, which this was published years ago, it was a book he wrote on how he negotiates, how he makes deals, and how he was given $5 million. Okay, how many people given $5 million has become a billionaire? Not many, not many at all. So you can say what you want to about him. I'm gonna listen to somebody turn 5 million into however many billions he's worth. Okay, but the Trump always chickens out. So he wrote the book Art of the Deal. Okay, people, Art of the Deal. So just take for instance, this is an example of how it would work. If he went to somebody and say, uh, "I want 98% of your company." Now, in his mind, he already knows the percentage that he wants. He wants 30. Just say 30. And they're like, "No, I can't. No, we can't. No, I'm not going to give you 98%. Are you crazy? How about I'll give you 50%?" And he goes, "Man, all right, I'll do 50%. We'll do 50-50." He already gained 20% more than what he wanted. He wanted 30. So all these tariffs and people, if you don't understand tariffs, don't argue with somebody. I cannot have a conversation with you if you don't know anything about tariffs and why he's doing it. Do you understand in 1996? I can go find the video and play it for you one day of Nancy Pelosi on the Senate floor or Congress, the House floor. I don't know what she was in 96, maybe Senate, uh, arguing about us needing to tariff China because we're not getting a good deal. At that time, China was tariff any of our products that come was 35%. So they had a tariff on us at 35%. You know what our tariff was on them? Them bringing stuff in. You know what their tariff was? 2%. How is that fair? All he's asking is reciprocal. Hey, if you're charging me 35, guess what? I'm going to charge you 35. Now, if you want to come down a little bit, then I'll come down a little bit. That is what's going on. And if they just let him do this, it will gain the United States a lot of money. We are not being treated fair across the world. And if you go back to the Oprah interview, the Donahue interview, he has said this over and over in the 80s that we are not getting a fair deal. And he talked about tariffs and tariffing other countries to make it a fair trade across back and forth. That's all it is. And so they're trying this taco thing, thinking that uh, everybody's going to join in with them, and all it is a bunch of BS because they can't find nothing. Have you noticed every time a Democrat, because they their thought process is in feelings and not facts, and if you throw a fact at them, they're gonna get mad at you and call you names. So what are they doing now? They're still mad that they lost, so they just resorting in trying to get people to join the name calling, and it's just so funny to me to watch. I mean, I've never seen a party at like a group of kids that lost the game and they're not going to take uh, no for an answer or the loss for an answer. And what's really pissing me off, look, we all voted popular vote, electoral. We wanted him to do everything he's doing, and he got these crybaby judges that are trying to stop him because they lost. And I mean, it's almost like you got to treat them like a kid. Hey, you need a little ice cream to or you need a Kleenex to wipe them tears. It's so stupid. They act like a bunch of spoiled kids, and and the biggest problem is elite liberal people are the most dangerous. Heck, Malcolm X even said that white liberals are the problem. They're the dangerous ones. They're the evil ones. And you see it in your face, but a lot of people don't. They're headline readers. They don't read. They will write a headline, but in the article they might write something bad about Trump, but in the article it doesn't say anything about that and how it was a good deal, but people just read headlines. And so, if you come argue with me and quote something from CNN, I cannot take you serious. Just like Jasmine Crockett, I can't take her serious. Really, really. She come from upper middle class private school, and she talking like she's from the streets. She ain't from the streets, and she don't care. I guarantee she ain't done nothing for her area that she is a congresswoman for. She ain't done nothing for them. It's just amazing at the childish crap that they come up with. Anyway, that's random thoughts. That's why it's called random thoughts tonight. So anyway, I'm done with that little rant because you know, children gonna be children, and that's how serious I take them. Um, don't get me started. All these little Antifa things, they're all uh, how you say it, all the kids that have started these groups and all these violent groups on the left, they all come from upper middle class or upper elite parents. They all have money and they got radicalized in college, and yeah, mom and daddy pay for that. So yeah, I can't take them serious. They're not serious people. So I mean, I'm out here, I sweat every day, chip concrete, bust concrete, nail wood, whatever, out every day doing something in the world to make the world better. But yeah, yeah, they'd rather just take my money, my taxes, for them to just sit there this Medicaid crap. They ain't doing away with Medicaid. What pisses me off, it doesn't do enough. All it required was anybody single with no kids and that are able to work has to work at least 80 hours a month. That's all to get their Medicaid. That pisses me off. It should be any able bodied worker from 19 to 55 years old ought to be working instead of getting Medicaid 80 hours a month. That's crazy. That's half. That's half of the normal working people. They have to work half as much, and we pay for the rest for their Medicaid crap. Do you understand? When Democrats say something about however many million people it affects the single people that have no kids that are able to work. That's what it affects. I mean, it's bull crap. So that means that many million people, me and you that work and pay taxes, we've been paying for them to sit on their butt and do nothing for the last however many years. All they're trying to do now is to make them work. I mean, it's ridiculous. I work minimum 40 hours a week. Okay, that's minimum. That's 160 hours a month. They're asked to work half of that, and it's only the single able-bodied person, not a married couple. That, look, there is some circumstance. I'm not going to say there's not, but oh my gosh, and it there it's not funding Planned Parenthood. Okay, I'm not mad about that either. Okay, I don't want my taxes going and killing babies. Y'all can say abortion all you want. It's called killing babies. That's what it's called. That's what Planned Parenthood does. Okay, it's that. There was three things. Anyway, it's not doing away with Medicaid. These boomers, they're headline readers. I'll call you out. You sit there in front of the TV watching CNN all day long and think that's the truth because you grew up with Walter Cronkite, and there was only three channels, and everybody had to believe it. Sooner or later you grow up and say, "Huh, really? I don't know if they were looking out for our best interests." I grew up in the same as a little kid. That's all there was. Maybe six channels. But guess what? I got a head on my shoulder, and I was like, "Oh, something ain't right." So, but they don't do nothing. They sit in front of that TV, and then they hear somebody say, "Oh, they're doing away with Medicare." No, they're not. They're not doing away with Social Security. Oh yeah, yeah. The third thing for Medicaid was take 1.2 million people that are illegal in this country off of Medicaid. Yeah, we've been paying 1.2 million people to be on Medicaid. Your tax dollars paid illegal people their medical bills. Yes, that was happening. So, yeah, a bunch of crap. So, that was random thoughts. I'm done for tonight. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for listening to my rants, random thoughts. Hope y'all go check out Weedline if you're ever over in the Jensen area. Check them out. Pretty cool little place. And next weekend, June 7th, Pompano Beach, Florida, at Pompano Beach, the Long Pier. There's a nice restaurant out there on the beach also. And yeah, it's a good time. Hang out with people. They'll have all kinds of food. I mean, the best time to come's around around 2 o'clock. They'll start bringing in fish, but 3 o'clock's the party. Yeah, go check that out. And hopefully next week, me and the cowboy gonna start talking about our Florida heritage a little bit. And if y'all, drop a line if y'all really want to see sister come back, and we talk about dating and more traffic and yeah, just random conversations. So yeah, I hope y'all have a great rest of the weekend. Get outside. Just get outside, do something. Enjoy that sun before it rains every afternoon. Yeah, so you have from 7 to about 1 between 1 and 5 to do something fun outside without it rain, and go enjoy that with the family or by yourself, whatever you want to do. Appreciate y'all listening to me. We'll have some more stuff coming up, but yeah, yeah. And sorry about last weekend because I was in focus mode getting these trophies done, and honestly I forgot about it. So anyway, see y'all next week, um, and that's it.